think I can. I think so. I think that is going to be the plan. Because I don't know. I think I want to leave his ears blue. Because I feel like I need some blue within all this color stuff. I'm trying to see if somebody's knocking on my door. Which you guys can't see me looking around, but I thought I heard somebody knocking, so hopefully nobody is knocking. Hopefully nobody wants to bother me while I'm working. But we will find out. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Thinking if I take the fur and I pin it where the seam is, it should work. Should work is the technical word here. Should, would, could, maybe, you know, possibly. Anything is possible. It just not always works. Okay, I think that looks good. So, what I'm going to do is attempt to just whip stitch this, or do like a basic blanket stitch. Ow, stabbing myself. That's a lovely sensation. Please don't stab yourself if you can help it with your needles. I feel like I've been bouncing topics. Been mostly working. I feel like this is the year of the doll for me. Not like actually a year in that tale, but I'm going to be doing hopefully more doll stuff this year because I know I'm trying to make a decision because I would like to buy a smart doll this year. But we will see whether or not that happens. So, because I have a couple, there's 2 smart doll girls that I've been looking at that I like, and I'm trying to make my final decisions on. But there's also another body for a male doll that they're going to be letting released at some point this year. I don't know when. It just says 2020. So yeah, I'm considering that as well. So I'm trying to make my decision because it's like I don't have the money to necessarily buy all those at once. So it's like if I really can't want to part with certain dolls, I might have to make a decision on which one's the one I want now, and then save up for the other ones at some point. So that's the question of the hour for me. Because last year, which, when I was stabbing myself again, at Anime Iowa, I actually got to see a smart doll up close a bit. Well, up close as in the owner was letting me look at them. So, and they're like, oh yeah, you can hold it. And I'm like, I don't know. So I didn't actually hold them because I'm just like, I get nervous when it's somebody else's property, and I'm like, I don't... Like, even when the owner says, oh, it's okay, and I'm like, yeah, I understand you think that. I'm like, I'm a bit klutzy, and, not probably safe for holding things. If it's my property, then yes, I tend to not try to break stuff, but I know my tendency of being a little dangerous with things, so I'm like, especially if it belongs to somebody else. Like, if it's my own property and I oops up on it, and I do something to it, you know, it's mine. It's like, that's my thing. But if it's somebody else's stuff, I'm like... Sorry, I had to sneeze, but I didn't. So yeah, it's like if it belongs to somebody else, I have a harder time with feeling comfortable with touching somebody's toys. Not toys. They're not toys. Let me rephrase that. The art dolls. That's what I was looking for. There we go. They're art doll like thing. So... They're fashion dolls, technically, but yeah. They fit, in my mind, they fit in the art doll category and other things. So, but yeah. So I didn't want to, like, mess with it, because it's like, I know they're expensive, so. And I'm finally getting close to being able to afford one, so. I will be purchasing one at some point. I was hoping to get it in time for my birthday, which is, May 23rd, but I don't know when this video will come out, so it may be past my birthday when you guys see this video, so yes. With all that being said, oops, little got stuck. I will be looking into a smart doll at some point, because I could order one of the girls, but I'm having a very hard time with deciding if I want to get them or if I really just want to wait for this other one to come out. Because the male doll from this male smart doll, the face that I'm looking at, the one that's the newer one, I don't know why I'm not saying it. It's the Gemini doll. So I really have been looking at that, and the face on that just makes me think of a character that I have. It's like an OC, doesn't have really much of a backstory right now, but it's a character I'm working on. So, he needs a backstory fully. He has a semi-backstory, but it's kind of iffy. So, but yeah. So that's where I'm like struggling, because it's like, part of me is like, I want to get a doll for that story, but I'm like, because the girls would be really cute to dress up, and I have like they're two different. They're not that different, but one's more of a cutesy looking, like, the face up is more cutesy, and then the other one is got a more serious face, I guess. So, I'm stuck between those two, and I'm like, part of me wants them both, I know they're expensive, so. I have mixed feelings on keeping this on his head. So, I think for now he's going to keep it there, and then we'll see, so. But yeah, he's got this little purple floof and stuff. He's just like, what has happened to me? What is my life? Your life will be a long Furby soon. I'm just trying to turn this. This is what uncut looks like for me. I like to do videos like this, but I know they're not YouTube. YouTube doesn't really care what I do. I shouldn't say that too loud. They do care, but I'm a small channel, so no one really probably cares too much. But, okay, oops, sorry if I just stabbed you with my scissors, I am sorry. This is a very awkward sewing position for me, because I'm like straddling my camera stand, and I'm sitting on a stool, my camera stands between my legs, so I'm over here, if that makes sense. So, okay, so here's his original fluff, which will probably need to go back inside him. Oh, I need to add holes for his wings. How do I want to do this? Ah! So I could just cut the wings and stitch them on, or I could put holes in his back. Because this has to go inside of him. I think I can fold it up, maybe, and get this to fit. Let's watch me stab myself. Not. Hopefully. Okay, I'm going to turn him inside out again. Waiting for the thing to cut through. Okay, one hole. Hopefully these holes will be even, because I can't tell. Eek. There we go. 2 holes. Okay. Trying to get my little spine thing. My wire for a spine. Like I said, I know this isn't the right kind of spine, but close enough. Okay. Trying to get his little wing through. Because I knew he had to have little bat wings, so just trying to pull him through the holes. Ouch, and not stab myself with the little wires I put inside the wings. Oops, sorry. I keep apologizing because I keep whacking you guys in some way or other. And I am sorry. I am not trying to. Okay. Alright, wings are through the holes. Alright. I feel like I have to somehow sew them down. Carefully. Not sure how I'm going to do that either. Because it looks good. I just have to figure out how to attach them now. Maybe I should sew them after I sew him to the body. My life. Okay, so I gotta take his wings back out of the holes so I can attach his head to his body and then reattach the wings somehow. Okay. So, stick that over there. Alright. While I got him taken apart, I'm just curious about where those sit. Not bad. They're close. They're not identical twins, they're sisters. You know, just like eyebrows. Okay. I forgot about these. Because I know this attaches here. Maybe why do I hate myself some days? Because I was wanting to attach this up across here. Which means I need to pick this open. Because life wants to be more complicated. And I probably should stitch those on first and then stitch him down. And not try to stab myself with my seam ripper. I don't know what's worse, accidentally stabbing yourself with your scissors or accidentally stabbing yourself with a seam ripper. So, equally painful, and I do not recommend. So, there's that. Okay. Just still checking to make sure everything's still flashing. Yes, it is. Okay. I don't want my camera to die. That would be embarrassing. Alright. Going to do the multiple needles thing again, because that's the only way I can see this working. Because I don't want to try to disattach too much. There's so much fur. I know that's the process of making a long Furby, but there's so much fur! Okay. Figure out how, because I need to attach this first, I think, or at least pin it so that way it's, you know, vaguely attached for a few minutes, just so I can figure out how to stitch this on. I have to attach it because otherwise I don't know how else to do this. Did I just throw a needle on the floor? Yes, I did. Life. Life is fun. Life is interesting. Life gives you a Furby and you want to make a long Furby. And, you know, you just get a little overcomplicated with your design because you're trying to be awesome and do something cool and, be complicated as all get out, but you know, life. So... Also, while I was at the thrift store, I got myself another American Girl doll because they had one and could not pass that up because thrift store prices, man. When you can find thrift store items and you can find them for like so cheap. Because I think the doll I got, she was, well, I know what she was. She was only $2.50, so I think she's, I want to say an old Addie doll, but I can't say for sure because I don't know. Because all she had on was just a t-shirt when I found her at the thrift store, so I was like, just grabbed her and brought her home. So it's like, was not passing up a $2.50 doll. Especially when I know how much my American Girl dolls usually run. So, okay, now that I got that side attached, I just gotta fold this one over, stuff the head in like so. Sorry if I go quiet, it's mostly me just trying to think. Because, yeah, there's that. Okay, so, try to see if I can awkwardly find a way to attach that later. So, doing this the most complicated way possible is probably not the smartest way of doing this, but you know. What can I say? Life. Since I dropped the other needle on the floor, I guess I will not be using 2 needles. I will be stuck with the one for now. So hopefully I'm doing this right, because I have an idea of how this is supposed to work, but, you know, excuse me. No, I don't know if I can sew that in one piece. There's just so much fur. I just can't see anything I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to try this again to get this side done. I don't want to imagine how long this video is gonna be when I get this done. I'm stuck on the tripod again. Oops. See, it doesn't matter how hard I try not to, like, shake the camera. It still happens. Okay, trying very hard not to stab myself while I get this piece. Okay. Why? Why is my life complicated like this? Okay, well. What do we do when life gives us a pain in the butt? We go neener, 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 and try to find ways around the pain in the butt. There. Nyeh. Okay, flipping him around just to make sure he looks alright. Looks good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, flip his head and shove it inside the body. Okay, make sure I know where my string is. I partially am tempted just to leave the keychain part on, just so I can, like, attach him to my bag later. Okay. Turn it around, finding ways to attach the body. Okay. I, like, texted, I emailed Mirror what I was doing, and she's like, oh my word. I'm like, I'm going down the crazy train. Real, and I'm making myself